game plan we were going to have. I don't think it was easy on the eye. We did a lot of work on Wrexham, so we watched Wrexham 5 times in the last 5 games. So as recently as Fleetwood on Saturday, they played Tranmere the week before. We had some footage from other games and identified just a lack of sort of aerial ability centrally in the middle of the pitch. When you've got Lloyd Marsh-Hughes and when you've got Kane Noble, there was an element of being pragmatic and trying to get a result, because it's a cup competition, so it was sort of substance over style this evening, but then it came alive, didn't it, in the second half. So yeah, really pleased.
And important for you set pieces tonight?
We said at half time that Chester will score at the Harry Mack end. I'll be honest, I'm not joking. Before every game we have a little phrase of, are we going to score from a set piece tonight? And if you're going to score from a set piece tonight, right, you won the up already, isn't you? So the argument is, if you do stuff right in both boxes, set plays. So at half time, when we're 1-0 up, we're talking a lot about over off the ball, and it's killed us really. We've sat off a long way. I've not helped the lads there in terms of tactically what I've tried to do. And we talked about that we might score from a set piece. And Tommy Ruffer, you recognise that surname, don't you? Son of. That's the first start he's made in the FA Youth Cup. We lose Dion Jones on Friday. You don't realise how hard this game has been. I mean, we're playing Wrexham. I know what that means. I have to say all the right stuff. I know what that means. All right, for us, from a youth section point of view, this is an element of us wanting to catch. When we started 7 years ago, and he was all the cliches about having nothing, hey, we were nowhere near, and we just knocked them off the perch. Have we just knocked them out of the FA Youth Cup? I think we have, and I think we've done it in style. You look at sort of our approach to the game. So Kane Noble has played through a proper injury. He was with the club doctor Wednesday. He ain't trained until Tuesday morning. Lloyd Marsh-Hughes carrying. Dion Jones, our skipper, unbelievable. Everything he's gone through. Rolls his ankle absolutely out. Nothing on Friday. His ankle's the size of a golf ball. He's going to be out for about 3 weeks. And we were trying to get him fit. That's the desire of the lads. Stuart Crilly is coughing all the way through trying to do a team talk at half time, not well. James Cottrell's limped off. We lose both centre halves. So Tommy Ruffer goes into that environment, and he's top goal scorer within his age group. He's played a year of his age, 16, and he scored 2 headers at the Harry Mack end against Wrexham. Satting him out, offering him a 10-year deal, I suppose. Burn and Jono, I'll give him a ring after and let's just sign Tom Ruffer for 10 years by the sound of things, because it's all anyone's to talk to me about in the bar.
You could see what it meant to his dad as well when both those goals were.
Oh, he's great, isn't he? But it means a lot to us. So you've got in there Danny Edwards, that scores the first goal, was released by Wrexham in May. He was let go at 16, wasn't offered a scholarship, goes and scores. You've got Ben Gale, Sean Jones, Nick Lynch. Wrexham didn't take Lloyd Marsh-Hughes as a youngster. For that group of players, they're really proud of the football club, and I keep going back to when we started here, we had nothing. And we still have, in terms of what we spend at youth level, in terms of what we're able to resource, fellas, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It relies on unbelievably skilled volunteers, a desire, a commitment, and the players. Tonight isn't about anything. I'm saying we've watched Wrexham and prepared properly and stuff. It's got nothing to do with that. That result tonight is sheer desire from a group of players who are so proud to play for this football club. We haven't played well in patches of the game, but these lot won't lose. They wouldn't have lost a game like this, because you saw what it means. And look at the celebrations. My head hurts. My head really hurts. And you look at that and the way they go about the business, it means everything to them, the way they come in every day. I cannot commend a group of players any more than these lot for what they've been like through some of the challenges, the injuries, and prepare for this game. It meant everything. So you talk about meaning loads in the stand. My legs, I've just walked up and down. I couldn't sit still because it meant everything to us, to the staff, to the players. I saw Wrexham talk before the game, said it was the biggest game of their players' lives. I don't think that's true. I think if you want to produce players to go and play in senior football, I think you want them to play in the FA Cup, in the Football League. We've got form for that, all right, in terms of producing those players. But in the context of what it was, to win the game for our lot was unbelievable. But it ain't through any great tactical plan. That is sheer desire, whether it's to go and head the ball twice, whether it's to go and win a flick on. Leighton Kendrick at the end, pressing the ball to throw in and get the crowd. That meant everything to those players, and I could not be proud. I've never, ever felt the way I do about this group of players. And that is everyone. That is squad number 1 to squad number 26 sat in the stand. That is my backroom staff. That is everyone. They did that tonight out of absolutely nothing. On at the end, running on a gas. And it's typical, he's always going to score the free kick, isn't he? He's always going to score. It's a derby, and it just has to be more exciting than it actually needs to be. And he goes and does that, and you just... Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And it was 3 years to the day, I think, wasn't it? Since 3-2 here against Wrexham.
Before the game. Someone said that before the game.
And it was almost goal for goal. And it felt like a proper derby as well. I mean, you could sense that in the stands. I mean, the whole thing just seemed to fall into place how it should, really.
It come alive, I think, when they scored. And that is where you were watching us, and at times you'd be frustrated with the way we're playing because it wasn't easy on the eye. You talk about football and there's a way to play football. You came and watched us when we beat Halifax in the National League Cup. Everyone's raving. Do you know how many passes we made that day? We made 83 passes in open play. Halifax made over 300. We had 19 shots on goal, 12 on target. Halifax didn't have a shot on target. That's the level of detail. So you talk about, we didn't play through the thirds tonight. I'd like to think we had more shots on target. I'd like to think we had more ball in and around the penalty area than they did. So we had to go about our business a certain way. And I think it took people a little bit of time to understand what we were doing, because it's frustrating and you can't be fooled by them having the ball. But then that bit comes through, them scoring into a derby, and you hear the crowd. They were massive for us in the last 10 minutes. They did, and it's a great crowd. Shame Liverpool were on the telly. We'd have doubled that. You know what I mean? What's the Liverpool score anyway? No, I don't care. No, I don't care. I don't care. I couldn't care less about Liverpool anyway. You know what I mean? You look at one of the lads is asking me. He'll ask me now in the changing room, Stuart Crilly. So I'm going to tell him they're losing. We'll agree. We'll all agree that. We'll say they're losing. And you just look at the way we went about it. Attitude, desire, belief, the cornerstones of what we're built on. And we've just knocked Wrexham out of the FA Youth Cup. I could not be prouder of a group of people, not footballers.
Any preference for the next round? I mean, it doesn't get easier the further you get through the competition.
I'm going on holiday now. I'm going to go to Spain for about 3 weeks. No, I'm not. I'm on the training ground tomorrow. I know it sounds really rude, and please, you know me, I think the world of all ears and that, but I don't even want to think about the next round. The level of preparation that went into this game over the previous 10 days, the stress levels, the stuff, so much publicity around it. People are thinking, well, how do Chester actually compare? How do they compare to a side? You know, they're a Football League side. We've done it again, haven't we? We've done it again. It's Fleetwood, but there's something growing here. All right, if you understand that. So, no interest in the next round. I think the draw's on Friday. We're just going to really enjoy this tonight. And I mean really enjoy it, and enjoy it the right way. We'll probably enjoy it tomorrow, and we'll enjoy it Friday until we get the draw. I said it to Albert last time out, we will probably get a draw away in the south, in the regional draw, won't we? So we've got a regional draw, so we'll be playing Exeter away in the early hours of the morning. Give us a home draw, it's massive for everyone. But I'm ecstatic, and I'm sorry if I'm not a great interview and stuff. You know me, I like try and give you a quote and stuff and try and talk about the game. Just so pleased for the players, because that was an immense effort. Rather than any quality, it was an immense effort from a group of young people who I adore. I think the world of them. They're my boys, and I am so pleased for them, pleased for everyone. But what they did tonight is out of this world.
Calum?